All right, let's bring you this developing story now. Law enforcement authorities are in the process of seizing assets and properties valued at over 52 million rand in a COVID-19-related corruption case. The Asset Forfeiture Unit, aided by the National Prosecuting Authority, the Special Investigating Unit and the Hawks, are targeting assets linked to 22 senior officials, service providers and other entities involved in an alleged corruption network within the Mpumalanga Department of Public Works. Watching these developments is our reporter, Nonhlanhla Jele, who joins us now live from White River. And Nonhlanhla, perhaps we can begin by helping us locate where you are now, because I know part of the mission today is to go to a number of properties with the intent, as I mentioned, to try and seize some of those assets.
Good morning to you, Ayanda, and to our viewers at home. Indeed, as you correctly put it, we are in White River in Mpumalanga, in one of these posh estates here, as you can see behind me. We have a long day ahead, us as the media, and of course with the SIU, the AFU, and also the Hawks, with 29 houses or properties rather expected to be attached this morning. This only being the second house that we came to, and like the first house that we went to earlier on this morning, there was nobody. But however, the law enforcement this morning decided that we're going to wait for the owner of this house so that the owner of this house can actually be served with the papers. But we heard earlier on SIU spokesperson saying to us that although the people we may not find the people in their houses at their time, however, they are going to remain with the papers. However, they're going to continue to be served with the papers, as he said to us, that they're going to make sure that these people are not able to sell off these houses or put them in the names of their children. And also they're going to close off their bank accounts rather, or freeze them, so that they're unable to pay for the bail money. We also understand, Ayanda, that some people have been arrested. Others have already appeared in court yesterday. Others are appearing this morning. So it's an ongoing matter. The SIU spokesperson, earlier on also, Ayanda, told us that investigation time is over. As you said earlier on, this relates to the 2020-2021 PPE COVID-19 scandal within the Public Works Department. So investigations are long done. Now it's only time that they're collecting the money, like we mentioned, the 52 million that has been spent or misused by these government officials. Some of them, others are businesses. We have a long list, Ayanda. As I mentioned earlier, 29 properties are expected to be attached this morning. And as you can see, it's a moving train. We keep on moving from house to house. So far in this same estate, Ayanda, in White River, we've been to 2 houses. And as you can see, the motorcade is starting to move. The convoy is starting to move. We are moving on to attach more houses. We are moving on to attach more assets. We are calling the people when we get to their houses, like this house in particular. The owner of the house, Ayanda, was called, to be told that we're actually going to wait for you to get back wherever you are, because the Hawks feel this person is not too far, so they're actually going to wait. What we found in this house, and in particular, unlike the first house, we found that the doors were locked. However, looking through the windows, we saw makeup on the bed, and it's unclear whether the owner of the house left this morning or sometime last night. From what we are picking up with these 2 houses, it looks like it looks, Ayanda, as if these people are tipped to try and run away. However, we are still going to find out as we move, Ayanda, to other properties and other businesses, that are expected to be attached this morning, or the owners of these properties to be served by the sheriff. Ayanda?
Belong to quote-unquote senior officials in Nonhlanhla. Do we know who they are?
We do have a list of their names, Ayanda, with us. Unfortunately, at this moment, seeing that this is like a young bust, we can't say their names right now on air, just in case they're not seeing this broadcast at this moment and they decide, Ayanda, to move. But however, we do also have businesses. We understand that some businesses are also implicated in this whole PPE scandal relating to the public works, and also individuals. We understand that others are assistant directors in the departments, and for what it looks like, checking their salary scale and this kind of estate that they live in and the kind of life they are living, it's not really making sense as to how they are able to afford this. Hence, this whole investigation revealed how some of these things were acquired, Ayanda, if I can put it like that. So this is what we are finding here on the ground. We do also know, Ayanda, that this operation is happening in 4 provinces, one being in Mpumalanga, Gauteng, the Western Cape, and also in the Northwest. We also understand, Ayanda, that Mpumalanga is the one that has the biggest number of people that are going to be served by the sheriff this morning or throughout this day. SIU spokesperson Kaiza Khanyago said they're doing this all at the same time in all these 4 provinces that I named, because they're trying to avoid a situation where people are going to run away or people are going to try and sell off their assets. I'm unfortunately going to have to cut our interaction at this point, because as you can see, we are already moving to the next venue, to try and serve some more people this morning. Ayanda?
All right, we'll let you keep up with that convoy. Nonhlanhla Jele, for now, thanks very much indeed. She's currently in White River in Mpumalanga, but as you heard, they may very well be in a different part of the province as they continue with their search and seize operation for much of the day.